This is the debrief vid for the March 28th special meeting, which concerned the quarterly budget adjustments, the budget hearing, and the treasurer position. And so, normal opening, call to order, invocation, pledge, roll call, approval of the agenda, approval of past meeting minutes. In our first public comment section, we had a public comment about Johnston Road, which is one of those private road deals that are kind of a mess. They're weird, oddly confusing, weirdly structured through the state and the county. Private road that's public access, and there's a special assessment in place for it. The quarterly budget adjustments went through. We have to do those every quarter, so every 3 months. The 2022-2023 budget hearing, the only thing discussed in there was Johnston Road that had come back up. And so basically what it ended up being with this, and I'm sure some people remember it because it was quite the thing with Camp Brock and Johnston, is that their special assessments had expired. So the township does special assessment tax for these private roads. The township can't put money in to maintain them because that's against state law. And so that law changed a number of years ago. And then with that money, it's contracted for maintenance through the county. When the new board was coming in, or I got sworn in on March 20th of 2020, you're already too late to get a special assessment through. So that paperwork had been prepared in office by the deputy clerk, but it had never been brought to the board, and it takes multiple months to get it through. So it's impossible to get it on the December taxes. And so you're going to 100% miss a year of the taxes there, which makes this gap. And so we got it done in that spring, which was also controversial. I wish the people would have taken it off because a bunch of people said they didn't want the road commission doing it. The road commission doesn't want to do it. It just generates more paperwork and hassle for the township. But no one would actually turn in any written objections to cancel out that process because it had been started by the board because it had initially been done by petition, but it had expired. 20% could have kicked it out of the process. But nevertheless, complaints on the roads, like there are on all of the roads, especially the dirt roads, we had in our board of review, we had back-to-back people. We might have had half the people that came to board of review that said that they live on the worst road in the township. And so tons of complaints about that. And I don't think anyone knows where to go with them. So I take complaints on roads every day, and then I pass them on to the road commission. A lot of times they'll send someone out to grade and do different stuff. And people think the power should rest here in the township about roads with that, but you have to change state law if you want to change the power structure as far as roads and road management go. And so it's through the county road commission. And I think people they don't want to accept that or they don't understand that, whatever it may be. But the roads are, they're interesting. It's just a constant complaint thing, and then everyone being frustrated and complaining. No one really goes to the road commission meetings very much. I go to them quite a bit, quite often. And a lot of supervisors go there and try to work out certain things, but everyone kind of wants that power that they don't really have over that organization, and so they get frustrated, complaints, and that type of thing. And so that was the only real thing that came up in the budget hearing. And then Resolution 2022-13 to adopt the 2022-2023 budget was passed and went through. We went on to the treasurer position because we have the resignation. And so I discussed a little bit of those options, but allowing the deputy to cover, the MTA recommends against that. The township lawyer has said that you could make a legal defense on that case, but you're not on a solid footing as you would like to be. So the normal thing is to appoint, and Christy Miles was nominated and seconded, and we voted, and in a split vote, she was approved for the treasurer position. And that motion was for her starting on the 31st. In our second public comment, after public comment and the board comment, our current treasurer, Kelly, she had prepared a statement and requested that a forensic audit be done. And so I talked with the auditor about that, and one other thing, so two things here then. A forensic audit is if you're investigating some sort of fraud or embezzlement, especially for a court case, something like that. And so they have to have something that they're going over, that they're going at. And so I got the email from the auditor, and I forwarded that on to Kelly if she wants to make some sort of accusation or allegation for specific fraud or embezzlement to go after. Otherwise, we're going into soon here the start of the auditing, the normal auditing that is done for the year. And so we will be having that. But I mean, we'll see if anything comes of having some sort of specific thing of where she thinks money's being taken by someone or something like that. But if that's not there, then there's nowhere that you dive into a forensic audit on that deeper level. And so, but we are going into auditing season is right around the corner here. And we had one discrepancy. So the firefighter FICA for Social Security, that number was in the budget as a line item, $6,430. But the formula in the spreadsheet didn't include that specific cell. It just got missed. And so that it has to come out of there as well. Checked with the auditor on what should be adjusted, how should it work. And so it just brings the net of all revenues and appropriations for all funds for the entire township for the entire year to $73,955. And so that's that difference of $6,430. And so working on getting that put in there, and we'll get the final budget paperwork put together and published and ready to go. So if anyone has any questions, thoughts, ideas, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I'm off.